Hello, everyone. I am Adina. You all are Beyond the Veil. So, the other day I did a reading on Shannon Harris because I kind of wanted to see the part that she played in the situation with Naziah, her niece, and Jarvis Butts, her baby father. Um, but now I want to talk to Naziah. I wasn't going to because I keep forgetting that she didn't pass recently. She passed over a year ago. So I can go ahead and talk to her without feeling like I'm intruding in her passing process. I would like to see the circumstances around her passing from her perspective and how she feels about the outcome of the case, since we don't know because the trial isn't public. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to conjure up the spirit and the soul of the departed Naziah Harris. Naziah, I don't have to call you too much because your name is vibrating very high now. It's on everybody's lips. Naziah. Oh boy. These new cards are very excited about being used and being seen. Naziah Harris. Naziah, come. Spirit, please allow me to divine the spirit, the soul of Naziah Harris, the departed. Okay. My right ear started ringing. Naziah Harris, my dear, what happened to you that caused you to no longer be in the land of the living, and how do you feel about the outcome of the case against Jarvis Butts? What will the outcome be, and how do you feel about it? Naziah Harris, talk to me about what happened to you that caused you to no longer be in the land of the living, and talk to me about the outcome of the case surrounding your passing. Naziah. Naziah got a call or a text, her and someone, and there are 10 blackbirds, crows, maybe ravens, who knows? Just like the 10 of swords, death called her. She was texting, I believe, the person who took her life, and they were making arrangements to see or meet up with each other. It was cold because of the snow-capped mountains in the back of the card. She had to travel a ways to get to him, so she went to him. And I believe we know that because we saw footage of her on the bus. We saw footage of her walking. She was summoned to or arranged to meet him. She went to him. She believed that they were going to go and hook up. Probably because he was supposed to turn himself in that day, but the date had been pushed back. But it was going to come soon. And so they went to hook up. Naziah's belief was that she was going to have a good time. I believe that this had been planned for a while. Since Jarvis knew he was going to have to turn himself in, I believe he had been preparing himself to do this, simply because he could not risk going to jail or prison and having Naziah outside raising a baby that was believed to be his. He had to get rid of her before he got locked up. My ear is ringing again because I want to believe that at this point, Shannon may have entered the equation. Not after Naziah passed away, but before. I believe a trap was laid for her. The plans had already been made. And I believe involved parties were already prepared for what would happen that day on January 9th. This card lets me know that Naziah thought she was going to have a Two of Cups moment, but there was someone else, a third cup, that was involved in this meetup, whether Naziah knew about it or not. I believe Shannon knew that Naziah was getting ready to be taken care of. Or someone, if not Shannon, someone. But I feel Shannon. At Naziah's case, there will be, or during Naziah's trial, there will be, or there has been very powerful and impactful testimony that has been given. I believe this is by someone who is compassionate towards Naziah, or someone who may have told on themselves in the process of having to testify. I'll clarify. The truth is being exposed. Even though we can't see the trial, I believe the truth is being exposed. I believe the judge is utterly disgusted. And even though she can't say that she's already made up her mind, the judge knew, if this is the same judge from pretrial, the judge already knew what her judgment was going to be. I don't think anyone that is a part of even the jury is going to believe that Jarvis Butts did not do this to Naziah. And I believe during this trial, other people who were involved are being exposed as well. I believe the problem for Naziah, and please don't shoot me, but because this is in Naziah's current action position, I believe that there's an attempt to paint her out as fast and grown. And by all means, that is the lifestyle that Naziah was living. Not saying that she wasn't a victim to her circumstances, her environment, and her grooming. But those are the reasons she was living the way she was, entertaining this man as he was entertaining her, competing with her aunt over her aunt's baby daddy because she was. We heard the text messages between Naziah and this man, not saying she wasn't a victim of her circumstances and grooming, but this is how everybody involved that should have been protecting her feels towards her. So their energy towards her is going to come out like Naziah ain't innocent. And this is why some of the women involved who were involved felt emboldened to be involved, because they did not see Naziah as a little girl. They saw her as one of them, and better, more attractive. The Queen of Wands is attractive. She's sexy. She's got that thing, which lets me know that this woman might have had feelings involved, but saw Naziah as more probably attractive than her. I believe Jarvis Butts is getting ready to be put away for a very long time. But it's the Hermit in reverse because he was already locked up when they brought this situation to him. Hopes and fears. They haven't recovered Nazia's body, so they haven't uncovered her baby or the truth about her baby, because all that's missing is his DNA that links him to her baby, which gives the unattested motive of why he lured her away, because he fathered her baby. The outcome is justice is served, and not wholehearted justice, which is why it's not the justice card, because they didn't find her body, so they didn't get the full truth. And there are some other things that will never come out, some truths that Nazia want, little pieces of the puzzle that will never fully be publicly known. Her body isn't found yet, but this is the closest to justice that she will get, is him being found guilty, and Nazia is pleased. Charges. Ace of Swords, the outcome. There can be healing for Nazia, because the person who did this to her won't get out. I don't think he will get out. I don't think he will ever get out of jail. The problem is that her pregnancy, her baby, and her have not been found and may never be. Queen of Cups. I'm very interested in this Queen of Cups. I think it's Shannon. Shannon has made herself look very, very, very strange behind her support for her child's father. King of Cups, her as the Queen of Cups. Her testimony, whether she will be charged with anything, has made her absolutely appear complicit. Even if they can't find the evidence, her own testimony does herself in. Spirit, what would be the outcome of this Queen of Cups? Give me one card. What would be the outcome of this Queen of Cups? I believe that Shannon may not go to jail. If she does, it won't be for as long, obviously. But the outcome for her will always be that she was involved some way. There may be evidence against her, though. I'm not sure. But I do know that she will always be known to have been involved. Somebody else may have shared testimony also that further put the nail in the coffin for Jarvis Butts. Maybe multiple women or one specific grown woman. Nazia, Page of Swords. I believe that Jarvis told you to come to the shop or come meet him. He wasn't going to be at work, or he wasn't going to be working. He didn't turn himself in or something like that. I believe that she was either ambushed or fought. I believe that it was violent. It was violence involved. She was attacked, I believe, in some way. I believe he had been waiting to do this, planning and preparing. Three of Cups is challenge. I believe Naziah went there to have sexual pleasure with Jarvis. I believe she was already pregnant, so it was what it was. It ain't like they could, do it freely because she was already pregnant, so he could just didn't have to worry about periods or pullouts and things like that. She was already pregnant, so they could do this and do it good. Why the Judgment in reverse? Yeah, it seems that everybody, or lots of people, knew that Naziah was pregnant. These are people in her family, in her house. And we all know that her home life was not an ideal situation, to say the least. It was hopeless. It was pitiful. And this relationship with this man was absolutely overlooked because it was absolutely known about. I believe that Shannon was willing to participate in this in some way because she wanted to one up Naziah. She wanted to be the only one in that family who had his children. And even though she knows she wasn't desired by him over Naziah, she wanted to feel that way. So she was willing to participate in this justice reverse on her niece, I believe. And this was in the past. If Shannon knew, and Shannon did know, that Jarvis was about to go away, and she knew that Naziah was pregnant, then she too probably would have agreed that Naziah needed to be dealt with. I believe that she absolutely not just knows, but I know she covered up text messages. I know that she was the one who put out there that Naziah had ran away with an older man, knowing what she hadn't. I absolutely believe that she is at least aware in the least of her complicity, because she and both Jarvis knew that Jarvis was getting ready to go to jail for a gun charge. That's probably a minimum of 10 years, maybe 5 to 10 years. And Naziah was pregnant, and she was going to go on, be pregnant, and have Jarvis's baby. He would have gotten more time. But Naziah is pleased at the outcome because the right person has been charged. The only thing that she won't get justice for is them uncovering the truth about her baby, and maybe some of the other people who, by all means, should be charged because they were at least neglectful but won't. Because there are dozens and dozens of people who need to be ashamed of themselves in this situation. Maybe we can't charge them for certain things, but ashamed of themselves. And I believe Naziah feels like even if it ain't no law to charge them, they need to be charged morally and ethically. And I agree. Love you guys. Bye.